fear, the past, put them together, and you get a fear flashback.
Dun dun dun!
Jesus Christ. Are you being electrocuted?
I don't know. The fear is it's coursing through my veins.
Jared, this is Fear Flashbacks. This is a new show that we wanted to do. That
the only show of ours that I dread doing.
Because you have to
that I truly hate.
It really, we have to face our fears, because the whole point of the show is to revisit movies that used to scare us when we were kids.
You think I'm doing Creepshow? You're out of your fucking mind.
You're doing Creepshow.
No.
And the first movie that we're going to do is one that we both saw when we were very young.
TerrorVision.
Yeah.
The Pottermans are just a typical American family. The only thing they're missing is a pet. But have we got a surprise for them? You see, Stanley Potterman's new satellite TV has just gone on the blink. And it's drawn in a creature from outer space. Like all new pets, this one's causing a little trouble around the house. And he's eating the Pottermans out of house and home. In fact, it seems like this creature will eat anything. Well, just about anything.
You looked right at my studs and cooled out. This dude's into metal!
Now, it's up to the kids to break the creature of its bad habits.
I said shut up!
But he's not responding well to discipline.
Earth children, please. I mean you no harm. I am Pluthar, here to save you.
The Pottermans finally got themselves a pet, but they never even had a chance to give it a name. TerrorVision.
So TerrorVision was a movie that came out in 1986, I think it was.
Oh, I actually think it was 86.
Was it 86?
Because it was a year after Back to the Future.
What is the premise of the movie in the very beginning? What's happening?
Apparently, some alien numbnut has a little space pet that they have to get rid of.
They have to dispose of it
through lightning garbage.
It's like biologically, it has some sort of ability to travel through electricity, and that's what happens at the very beginning of the movie.
Why do they have this as a
garbage
pet
alien?
If you clearly can't have it on any other planets?
Well, he said that they're fine until we're jumping way ahead, but he did say that the pet is fine until it mutates. It's very cuddly until it mutates.
Sure looks the same. It must be an inner mutation of its soul. I don't know. The outside looks just as gross as it ever does.
The alien is throwing away this garbage alien.
Yeah.
And then we meet...
Is his intent to kill it?
I think he's disposing of it. I think it's supposed to have been... It's mutated or whatever.
Because he could be trying to send it to a planet of nothing but those ugly ass fucking things.
I don't think it was that. I don't think it's that
like
altruistic.
This could be a prequel to Slither.
Something's wrong with me.
So it travels through electricity and it bounces off some planets and it goes to planet Earth, and it somehow attaches itself to the satellite system of a
homeowner of the craziest fucking house I've ever seen him. I mean, maybe LA is insane. I assume it's in LA.
Yeah,
seems pretty LA-ish.
It's a little LA. Yeah, they never actually say, but
museum/house.
Yeah, it felt like an LA kind of hoity-toity family, like a rich, like out of touch elitist family.
That's I think what they were going for. I can now see what they were going for. Where when I was a kid, I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
I was just like disturbed by the guy has a giant tie he tucks into his fucking pants and all this goofy overacting, and Cyndi Lauper is in the movie.
So the alien goes to this all-American super rich family.
I know, they call them they don't think they say their last name.
Let's
those people.
Let's talk about the way they live. What is their house? Like you said, it looks like a museum. It's a cross between a museum and like a red light district.
Yeah, I mean, there's statues everywhere of Greek statues. I don't know, Roman or Greek.
But they have all these Greco-Roman statues everywhere. There's all this like really shitty, tacky art.
Sexual,
like a lot of like weirdly sexual art.
We shouldn't have been seeing.
Yeah,
that.
for having.
Funny how I don't remember any of that.
for having a tween at home, they have a lot of like nudity on their walls.
Yeah.
They have like colored lights everywhere in the house.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's
color.
almost a parody of the 80s. If this was like a satire today, you'd be going, oh, well, I see what they're doing. They're just ramping it up to 11.
Yes. And I mean, I understand it's 86, but everybody is super 80s. Everybody is like...
It's super 86.
It's 86
we were live in 86. We didn't exist in this universe where there's an indoor pool with a fireplace right next to it.
They're all live action cartoon caricatures of who they are. The daughter is Cyndi Lauper.
Which conflicts to the things we see later. It really bothered me today. I'm like...
Yeah. Tales of it. You couldn't figure out like what movie this was for. Because in one hand, it's like has fairly adult like jokes and subject matter and violence.
The sexual jokes are very adult.
Yeah, like all the stuff.
To the point where I don't think it's going to go over these kids' head. I think they know what's fucking and who's fucking here. Right. Like, on some level.
Yeah, I mean,
the parents are swingers.
Yeah, the parents are swingers.
Openly.
they're
openly
unashamed of this swinging lifestyle.
Yeah. Mom, can we use the jacuzzi tonight?
Not tonight, baby. Your father and I might be swinging. Stanley, we have to meet them at the Cha-Cha room at 8.
Oh, I gotta hit that old locker room pronto.
They openly talk about swinging in front of their kids.
And are annoyed with the kids.
Yeah, the kids are like cramping out their style.
We're trying to fuck here. What are you doing, kid? Go with your uncle or your grandfather. Who has a whole nother set of issues.
Downtown phooey. I'm sick of downtown. Used to be the place to go. Talk to people, disseminate your literature. Feel like you were doing some good in the world. Now it's just bums and weirdos and kooks coming out of the woodwork. It's getting so decent folks won't even stop and talk.
Holy tomato.
Ah! Brain shot! Belly down, soldier. The geeks aren't through with you yet. Bam! Bam! Bam!
Lizard tail jerky. Want a stick? No thanks, man. I just pigged out.
Amazing creature, the lizard. You eat the tail, it don't give a hoot. Just grows another one. And you eat it too. It's mighty darn tasty.
MTV? Phooey!
So the grandfather is supposed to be like a crazy like World War II vet, like paranoid. He's got a bunker.
I'm pretty sure he aims his gun at the kid.
Yeah,
for shits and giggles.
He's like an insane. He's like almost like an insane hobo person. Yeah, because he's like draped in like fake military regalia.
Yeah, I guess he's saner than Alex Jones. And that's true. That person's real.
Yeah.
I think.
His hat. Remember, his hat is it's got like stealth bombers all over his hat. Yeah,
they really get the point across. They're like, okay, well, I got it.
But nobody has that other than crazy people. Like they don't wear like literal model airplanes on your outfit.
And I'm sure the mother, who was an exercise enthusiast or whatever, she was doing exercises like and 1 and 2 and 3. Like, what are you doing?
Hi, Dad. How was downtown today?
So the first big scare of these two, the kid who are ostensibly the main character,
and the grandfather decide to watch some fucking alligators fighting.
Right? Yeah. The parents,
real life. They're watching a black and white like monster movie.
Yeah,
but you could tell there's a real alligator and like a real.
Yeah, it's two animals. It's a cockfight.
It's cockfighting with
lizards.
I mean, fuck reptiles. I don't like it either. But it's still inhumane.
Yeah, it's very odd.
And the grandfather and son decide to take a little nap while they're watching
a little nap together while the parents are picking up swingers. Yeah. The daughter's going out with her boyfriend, played by Uncle Rico.
Yeah, Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico in his badass days.
Yeah, he's straight up 80s punk.
80s hair metal. Yeah,
hair metal.
Right on.
The monster slithers underneath the blanket.
Yeah, he gets on a little,
are they gonna? Is that alien gonna fuck them? What is happening here?
He just wanted to snuggle with his eyeball.
Wanted to snuggle.
Fantastic idea for a movie. Martians diddling the women of the universe.
Easy now, big monster dude. Whoa!
In here.
It makes me wonder what the intentions of this alien were, but I know you're going to keep saying he was mutated, and that's what did it.
But they said that. That's the lore.
But they are highly unstable, prone to mutate wildly and eat everything in sight.
We should say what he looks like. I'm sure you'll put a clip up. But
the alien he's kind of indescribable.
Yeah, he's a blob.
He's like a blob of flesh.
He's like a slither thing, I would say.
Yeah, he's like
with a little eyeball.
He's like asymmetrical. Yeah, he's
has its own little butthole mouth.
Yeah, they all have individual mouths.
It's a horror show, is what it is.
He doesn't have like a defined shape. He's just kind of a blob of flesh and tentacles. And
he's got a mouth.
He's got a mouth.
He's got a big old mouth.
He's got a little hand tongue that can suck in things.
What is going? It looks like it's swollen.
He's like a realistic Kirby.
Oh.
He sucks in creatures. He absorbs their essence. He can become
kind of their personality.
Them. He can become those things that he absorbed.
Hold your goddamn horses! I'm changing in here.
Yeah, but only like the head. I don't think he can make the whole body.
I don't know if we fully discovered the full extent.
His skills.
Yeah, there might be more to TerrorVision Alien.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to look into the lore. I don't want a prequel. I don't want anything like that. We don't need to revisit this fucking world anymore.
TerrorVision becomes an X-Man. That's phase 5.
If TerrorVision popped up right next to Doctor Strange sequel, I would have been like, what the fuck is going on? What world am I living in? After seeing this monster and running from him, Grandpa's like, it's a burglar. We got to get it.
Yeah, that's right. They both come to the conclusion that somehow this is
clearly a burglar just wearing some sort of outfit.
Was he wearing a mask?
It was actually somebody wearing an outfit. So, you know, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
And so they get all armored up in his bunker. Where the fuck's he living?
They have a bunker.
I mean, this house has a bunker. It has every fucking thing.
This family's pretty understanding of their grandfather's neuroses. They let him build a gigantic bunker.
They're batshit insane, too.
Stanley! Stanley, I'm right in the middle of my program! Oh, tres impressimo.
Ta-da! The pleasure dome!
Oh, God, yes. A real stallion. Ugh, he is so nasty. It's so hard to meet nice people through the classifieds.
Don't they know how ridiculous they look?
Oh, their satellite wasn't working. They had some goofus, the guy with the tie in his pants, working on it.
Yeah, the technician.
If it wasn't broken, would this yucky snot monster have gotten into their house?
I think they did.
Because he's got all this snot in the, in the gears.
I think they implied that whatever he did, enabled the alien to actually infect their satellite. Everybody has reactions to seeing shit all over the floor in a way that doesn't make sense. Yeah. They're putting their fingers in it. They're like
it's disgusting.
Smelling it. Like, no,
as a janitor, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I can't believe you.
If I saw a pile of just indefinable goop, my first instinct is
just hand sanitizer. Is all I want. I just can't stand what they're doing.
Dip my fingers in it. There's a few things in movies that bother me. People that put their fingers in stuff that they don't know what it is. People who get spit on and don't wipe it off immediately.
You must have hated that Deadwood.
Who gets spit in their face and doesn't wipe it off immediately? That's insane to me.
I mean, you'd immediately go, what the fuck?
Oh my God, got it over my eye. No.
After the grandfather goes to get the guns, somehow they split up with the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, you think you'd want to stick together with the kid.
Yeah. Grandpa's concerned with self-preservation.
Grandpa's nuts.
You saw that bunker. He's only worried about himself.
Rationalizing his fucking mind. But he gets alone in the living room, if you want to call it that. This fucking room with statues and paintings.
Yeah, the rooms were indefinable. Like the purposes of each room were like, what the hell is this for?
Why did the alien kill Grandpa?
Why did the alien kill anything?
Some people, I think we know, he was a gay man. There's some underlining tones of why people died.
That was something we discovered on rewatch. That this
very Jason Voorhees. If you're having sex, if you're gay, if anything like that, you're dying.
But worse, because it's like there's a little bit of an undercurrent of homophobia that seemed like that's what the director was trying to punish all the people that were either gay or implied to be interested in gay stuff.
I like boys.
The first death, Grandpa. The monster, as well as all this other stuff, has little claw hands.
His little pinchers.
Little pinchers. That when he grabs a hold of your fucking face or head with it, but it grabs a head that's clearly a prosthetic thing.
Yeah, and it collapses.
It's like he's sucking the goop out of your body.
Everybody's leavings after they got sucked away it looked more alien than human.
And like Brindlefly, after he sucks everything he can, he kind of like licks up the goop like a fly.
The rest. It's like if you drop
he doesn't eat all of it though. He leaves some so people can dip their little hands in it and wonder what this is.
Yeah, he got spooked. He had to run. Yeah,
he doesn't finish with any of them.
No, he doesn't finish.
Such a waste. Such a waste. It's my real problem with this movie.
Some garbage aliens eat all of the human.
The son sees the goop. He doesn't actually see the grandfather die.
Well, he knows that pile of mush is his grandfather, so he has.
He had his hat on it or something.
Yeah, like what gets absorbed? Like sometimes it's all of their clothes.
Sometimes they leave a little bit just so the audience knows who's who. The boyfriend left some chains.
Yeah, he left like his studs.
Yeah. So when the parents come home with their couple, they're gonna fuck.
They bring home a Greek man and his trophy wife.
Oh, such a manly pursuit, raping and pillaging, creating life and taking it away like the gods of the ancient Greeks.
He's supposed to be like a Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, a Greek.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
swinger.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like a sexy, swarthy swinger guy.
And a woman who is the face of Skeletor. I love this actress. I'm sorry.
Why do you making fun of this poor actress?
I don't understand why she was cast in this part, is all I'm saying.
I think she's a very attractive woman.
But they're there, obviously, to have a little key party, I guess. They took the keys and like, let's go.
All right.
My kids are there. Let's fucking put them to bed.
Let's go to my kid's place.
The mother gets so pissed off because the kid's rambling about their grandfather's dead. She's like, listen,
she's really irritated.
We're trying to fuck here, kid.
What are you doing out of bed, Sherman Putterman? Why do you have to pull this when we have company?
I wanted to broach that there is a very disturbing line when the kid comes into the room and he confronts mom and their swinger partners, and what the Skeletor, blonde Skeletor says,
Oh, is he going to be joining us?
Sherman.
Is he joining us?
Oh, is he joining us?
Which is clearly a child.
I know, but
and she's like, oh yeah.
Maybe they were going that because she did make it seem like she's stupid. So maybe they were doing like she's stupid.
She's so stupid she doesn't know
so
that
stupid,
that's
she's accidentally a pedophile. I don't know. It's like,
she's a pedophile through incompetence.
Yeah, she thought he was a little person. I don't understand why she locks him in the bunker. Their grandfather's little bunker.
She locks him in the bunker, and for some reason it locks from the outside.
I know. Like, why would you want to be locked in? The design doesn't make sense. But before she does that, they do see Grandpa. And he's huddled behind a corner.
Oh, right.
Hey, kid. And he's like fucking cum all over his fucking face. He's dripping snot and shit.
That's when the movie shows us for the first time that the alien can replicate what
only his limb
absorbed.
So he's got to hide behind a wall or under a table or something.
It takes a while to reconstitute.
You can tell
everything.
he made the face.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it looks like Grandpa had a bukkake right before.
Exactly. And the mother doesn't did you start before we got here, or what is happening here?
Grandpa, not again.
A sneeze problem. But he gets locked in there.
And he.
Well, I mean, first he thinks he sees the monster behind a curtain, and it's just a couple lizards, because apparently the grandfather is a big connoisseur of watching lizards fight and having lizards on his own or whatever. But then you find out the monster's
and he had lizard jerky. He had lizard tail jerky.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, he's really
he's
obsessed
really into lizards.
The mom and dad are getting ready to get their fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's apparently a misunderstanding.
Yes.
The Greek god, man, wanted to fuck the dude, the father.
Well, the way he puts it is, I am interested in boys.
Raquel, has there been some misunderstanding?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm Greek, you know.
Oh, of course you're Greek. It said so in the classifieds. Oh, don't worry. We're not prejudiced.
No, you don't understand. I am into Greek. Greek culture. I like boys.
And then the dad has a very 1986 reaction to that.
Well, I'm just gonna have to straighten out old Spiro about the facts of life.
Oh, the woman with the Skeletor face. She already got eaten. She sees the pool is all foggy or something and wonders what this is.
Right,
she gets in.
She gets in the pool, but then the Greek guy comes in later. He gets in. And he thinks
it's just
another bizarre reaction to see.
Lubricant.
Maybe it's a sex lubricant.
She just pops up above the water. Doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he uses it as bait to get the Greek gay man. The film actively punishes homosexuality.
Swinging.
The dad is like livid that there's a gay man in his house
does seem upset.
that is attracted to him.
Set him straight. Were you going to beat the shit out of him? What were you going to do?
You think the guy who routinely has sex with strangers in front of his entire family would be a little more open-minded?
Well, it doesn't matter. They all fucking die in this pool. The both of them go in there, like, they stick their heads towards the water, like, what is this? What's going on? Just in range for them to get grabbed.
It's almost like he's like sucking the innards out of them.
Yeah. I just know as a kid, I'm like, the movie I was weirded out. Like, I don't understand what's going on. But the goop and the way they die and stuff, like, that horrified me.
I think at the time, I was really affected by the merging of like comedy and horror. For some reason, that really bothered me when it felt something was like horrific but trying to be funny.
Yeah,
because this was, I mean,
they're trying to be funny.
They're trying to be funny, and it's also like it's a kid, and his entire family's getting eaten by aliens, and I think it was that combination of like this is supposed to be funny, but to me it wasn't at all. It was just upsetting.
Yeah, and because I didn't know they were being so inappropriate sexually, I didn't see any reason for them to die. That went over my head. The reason they should die.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was gay, so I didn't know that was supposed to happen.
I thought it was just going to be a pool party. That's all they were doing.
Yeah,
but then the sister and the boyfriend come back from their date.
Yeah, they are horrified to find the state of the house,
and she's like, she grabs him by the arm, is real pissed at him, just like the mother. There's clearly a pattern going on in this family of abuse, because he's telling them they're dead, and she's like, no, they're not. So she goes to knock on the door. I assume she thinks they're just fucking in there.
Yeah, she knocks on the door.
She knows they have a tea party thing going.
Yeah, she knows exactly. She's older, so she knows what's going on, and she knocks on the door and opens it up, and is like, "Mom, Dad,
are you guys alive?
Are you guys,
I don't know how she worded it.
Were you eaten by aliens?
I know, you eaten by aliens." And they pop their heads up above the covers, snot and shit and cum or whatever the fuck they think it is, all over their face.
I don't know how you could come to any other conclusion, but
obviously, because she does go gross, so she does think they just fucking came all over their faces.
She thinks it's something normal-ish.
And then sees her grandfather.
Right here, honeybee. Just taking care of business.
Oh, Gramps, that is totally sicko.
Pop up out of the covers.
Grandpa comes up and she's horrified, but
thankfully she's horrified.
She's not shocked.
I know.
And then
this again?
This does kind of make me think, like, is this the first time that
Grandpa's stopped this?
First time the Grandpa's joined in? I don't know.
It's just so gross. I remember thinking as a kid, I remember being grossed out by it. It was just disgusting.
And I remember seeing the bed go up and down, and
undulating and everything.
That just made your imagination go wild. What's underneath this bed with these disembodied heads?
Yeah,
sister and Uncle Rico, and
pretty much find out it's real.
They find out it's real.
Burglar. The parents aren't just fucking.
They encounter the alien again, and the alien
tonal shift
is about to attack Uncle Rico, and Uncle Rico puts up his hands like, "Oh no!" And the alien had this memory.
He's also into heavy metal.
He had his own fear flashback.
He had his own fear flashback.
And he remembered his alien caretaker also having like studs on his gloves.
Yeah.
And so that like
clearly that alien was into metal.
The alien kind of befriends them. And then this is the quarter of the movie that becomes a kid's film.
It was as much as I was horrified by the deaths, this was just stupid.
Yeah,
no, like, did I enjoy this?
It must have been so stupid that I didn't remember any of it.
I didn't either.
I had no memory of them.
I must have calmed down, and so the fear flashback went away. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's the fear flashback
this is
that
just
really
Mac and me. I'm fine.
Yeah. It's the fear flashback that puts it that keeps it with you. This was so they have like a series of kind of like a little bit of a comedy montage of them going through, teaching him how to talk, teaching him
what food you like,
teaching him about music.
He loves TV.
Yeah, he loves
really
TV.
likes watching TV.
And
they're watching TV and it's on a channel he doesn't like, or a commercial happens and he doesn't like commercials.
Oh yeah, that sets him off.
It made him mad, and then suddenly Uncle Rico's like being a dick to him, apparently unaware that this giant slime monster could kill you. And at one point, he even pops him one. You know, chill out, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like apparently he's not thinking straight because the tongue comes out and bites him in the face like an alien.
Yeah, so the tongue has teeth too, I guess.
We never saw him before. We just saw that stupid little mouth.
So he eats Uncle Rico,
and the little boy sees it. I don't think the girl sees it.
Yeah,
She's
I
not
don't
there.
think so.
Because when she comes back and sees the puddle, she sees the stuff he's wearing in his hand.
Studs.
What didn't get digested.
Yeah,
and she's like, oh. They were truly in love. It's a shame.
yeah. Intersplice between this is this.
The alien's trying to.
Well, the alien is trying to contact the family through the TV, and they don't really understand. Also,
they always have their volume down.
Yeah. Also, there's this Elvira-ish monster movie TV show that's going on, and
he calls in to try to get some advice.
Yeah, he's calling.
She fluffs him off. I don't
Medusa.
I don't know what Medusa thought he was going to call for.
Yeah.
Other than stupid monster shit, and she acts like, well, "You're wasting my time, kid."
Currently under psychiatric care. No, really. Sorry, Sherman. Time's up.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to talk about politics or something. I don't know what the fuck she was expecting.
She wants people to call in, but then he calls in and says and starts talking about there's a monster in my house, and she's very upset that someone would talk about monsters on her monster channel. So they call her again because then they get the idea that we're going to sell this alien.
Oh, they want.
We're going to make money.
They want to profit. That's why the director said we can kill these people.
Yeah, they committed a sin of capitalism.
Yeah. They wanted to make money off
They wanted to make money off it, so they're calling Medusa and saying, like, hey, come over to our
Apparently
our
totally
house.
forgot he killed all those people.
Yeah, also, Grandpa is dead.
Way over that.
He knows that he killed Grandpa, but he's okay with making a little money on the side. He says, like, hey, Medusa, come over to our place. We're going to have a rockin' party.
Yeah.
And Medusa's like, maybe they'll show up, maybe not. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's a real bad satire. Elvira was great.
Then at some point, the alien that's been trying to communicate with him the entire time finally gets in touch with him. And
because the only one that actually listened to the message, finally the boy, he actually understood what it was about.
Right.
Everyone else was like,
everyone doing their own
fucking
thing.
MSNBC or something. I don't know what the fuck this
Everybody
is.
thinks it's like a show that only shows this one guy talking on camera, this one alien.
Too late. Its appetite is uncontrollable. The slightest excitement can trigger a monstrous eating binge.
Bet you anything he's talking about the monster.
The alien comes through electricity too. I guess it's like entire planet of people that can travel through electricity.
They don't quite understand how physics works.
The alien is wearing a kind of astronaut's outfit. Yeah. Obviously,
your classic
spaceman,
stereo ball,
right?
Classic spaceman.
He clearly can't survive in this atmosphere. He comes over and they have like a little bit of a exposition dump where he starts talking about the alien and how this alien used to be this is a pet on his planet.
Like, what is going on around here? What is the hungry beast?
On my planet, the hungry beast is a house pet, similar to your earthly dogs and cats.
First question I would ask him is why you have this as a pet? Why?
Why?
You understand the dangers?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem cuddly.
This is an alien that you literally can't touch without him absorbing you.
Big old Y with a big old question mark.
He was somebody's pet?
Oh, yes. They're very lovable before they mutate.
Why?
According to this alien, the alien is the garbage monster is quite cuddly
insatiable
when it hasn't mutated.
Yeah, but when he's mutated, he's insatiable. He can't finish. He'll eat the whole planet.
I think that is what is supposed to be happening in the beginning. I think that's what's supposed to be happening. Is like he was supposed to be like throwing this alien away because it mutated, whatever. And then they kind of go into a thing that, as a kid, made me kind of hopeful that this was going to have a happy ending because he starts kind of setting the stage for, oh, well, your parents, we can reconstitute them in some way and have them live in aquariums for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, no, I don't see that as hopeful, though.
And the kids kind of have like a little kid moment where like, are you saying mom and dad are dead?
Well, we do have a process.
The victim's genes could be extracted from the hungry beast tissue and grown in special serum cultures.
You mean like clones? Clones of Mommy and Daddy?
No, they'd be the real Mommy and Daddy. Of course, they'd have to live in special aquariums.
Are they going to be clones?
Okay, that's why they weren't upset before. They didn't know they were dead.
Yeah.
How they didn't? I don't know.
This really resonated with me as a kid. Who was like,
yeah, I don't remember this that part that much.
No, they'll be your real mommy and daddy. Oh, really? They'll just have to live in aquariums.
That's
like,
still,
whatever.
Will they still have the slimy faces and shit? Like,
yeah.
Ugh.
But then Medusa shows up.
She sees him.
I guess she went to all of her other parties.
I mean, he totally... I love how you said that. That's why she said... But he totally looks like a guy in a costume.
Who?
I mean, she thinks she's going to a party.
Oh, yeah. She thinks she's going to a party.
He looks like he's in a costume.
Yeah, for someone who's a skeptic, she's immediately recognizes an alien as an alien.
She automatically is like, holy shit, we got to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, and she just punches the dude in the face.
But enough to crack his little space helmet.
Yeah.
And then he like, can't breathe. And this is the part where I'm like, oh no, because I liked this alien.
This alien was going to save us.
At this point, I had seen that movie. What was that movie with?
Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine.
Yeah.
I had seen that movie with Dad, and this alien looked like that alien.
He did look like
him. They resembled. And I remember thinking of that guy who I liked. And he died in that movie. And I was like, no.
Spoiler alert for Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine. Yeah. Great movie, though. And so I really felt for this alien. He's barely in the movie, but I still felt like the injustice of it. I can't believe
that was what it was. The injustice of it.
It's not that he just suffocates; his head explodes. Or
no, it was a violent death.
And they just step right all over his dead body after he dies.
Not too phased by it.
Yeah, they're
her
upset.
only hope of reconstituting their parents.
Yeah, and Medusa, Elvira, or whatever you call her, she's like, I can't believe you kids are giving me shit.
I just saved your ass. How about a little gratitude?
You killed him, you stupid bitch! It was our only hope! Huh?
I came to this party. It was the first party I went to. So then garbage alien comes out.
I assume mad about his do they acknowledge that?
They don't. Maybe that was what it was supposed to be. Like the alien got killed.
Because he goes straight up Kirby.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna eat all you fuckers now. Yeah. And he starts sucking them.
And as the kid,
sucking them good.
As the kid's flying towards, because they lose hold of him, and he's flying towards the monster. This is the moment in most movies where he would grab some sort of.
Well, and then he picks up the alien rainbow gun and tries to fire off a shot with that.
That's in a regular movie. Who isn't a dipshit to its viewers. What if the alien gun would have worked? But instead, like a dipshit movie, it fades to black, so you don't really know what happens.
But yeah, I mean that is it was telegraphed in a way where you think like there's gonna be a twist. He's gonna save himself, and they don't, and the kid just gets eaten.
I mean, we don't see it, but we see
there's no other place this could happen. There's nothing else that could have happened. Like
I do want to acknowledge this taxi driver because Medusa is like step on it or whatever.
Yeah,
Let's get out of here. She's all fucking alienized, and fucked up and slimy.
Come on.
And if you told me that this fucked you up as a kid, I'd be like, this stupid ass shit. But I'm telling you, man.
Watching it now was like, I can't.
I still think anybody would acknowledge the slimy faces is disturbing.
I think it's only disturbing to us.
Maybe I just can't see past it.
Well, that's the thing about having a fear flashback is that it even still works when you're an adult. And when I see some of the scenes that I would see, it's still kind of it's a little bit of a time travel. It brings you back to when you were a kid.
I genuinely felt angry seeing him die again, the alien in the spacesuit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a little bit of frustration.
Like, fucker.
Yeah,
even though
you couldn't save him. What is your scariest moment in TerrorVision?
I think it is anytime he clawed. Spooky. I know, Jesus Christ. I don't know if they can hear the thunder outside, but that is
thundering. It's setting the mood.
It is. Either grabbing the boyfriend's face or the grandpa's head, like doing the sucking and watching the skin and the flesh and the fact you're sucking people's innards out. That's the stuff that really fucked me up. Emotionally, maybe the alien injustice at the end.
Yeah, I think my scariest part was probably the bedroom scene with all 5 of them, all 5 heads.
I might have to go with that. No, it still bothered me too much to see people getting sucked in. But the
face inversion,
the undulations, bed, and the heads and everything. It was like
it just made it. It made that it was just enough like subtlety in storytelling that made me kind of. It was really
Although
one stuck
knowing
with
now
me.
they were supposed to be fucking, or the daughter thought that, I'm like,
Yeah, it paints a
puts
whole
it
different
into a
picture.
different- yeah. Once you get all the sexual stuff, this movie's I'm feeling jittery. This is scary.
Maybe the TerrorVision's
Save me,
traveling now.
Spider-Man would save me. He'd shoot his webbing at him. Like,
God, is he a swinger too?
A bunch of
Tres impressimo.
Pleasure Palace, here we come.